Hello, my name's Clayton.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm Mason. And these are the things we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
That was so sick.
That's the filler for when we actually clip in the theme song. That's the most kill switch engagey that I could do.
God, that was incredible.
So, really quick, when I wrote the theme song for the show, I tried to copy the notes that were used in Downfall of Us All from A Day to Remember.
Yeah.
And then I wrote this like pop punky intro because I was like, everyone likes pop punk. And after I was done with it, I was like, this fucking sucks. So really quick, it took me 5 minutes to come up with like the most generic metalcore kill switch engagey riff, and that's what the intro is now. So
It sounds sick.
I mean, the best things come from just last minute decisions.
And that's throwing shade at Killswitch Engage. Fuck Howard, dude. No, I love Howard. I love Howard. I like Killswitch. I've been listening to their old shit a lot lately.
It's crazy that we're talking about that because this week at work I was like, I'm going to listen to something I haven't listened to in a while. Went through their whole discography.
End
so
of Heartache, dude. This Fire. Those are some
The
hits.
best CM Punk intro.
Might be. And I love Cult of Personality.
I do too, but I'm not this fire.
I even like the ROH AFI thing. We're going deep on here.
I remember making the worst dad joke when what was it, that first Kill Switch album came out where it has My Last Serenade on it. Oh, yeah. I'd be going out with like some friends, and I think it's like Red Robin. We all go out to like get dinner, and I'd get like unlimited refills on my lemonades. And then I'd be like, man, you've drank a lot of lemonades. And I'm like, this is my last lemonade.
Dude, I've got a silly little Red Robin story before we get into talking about our dear friend Mason right here. So this was a couple years ago now. Shay and I, we were going to somewhere in Iowa to pick up a case for my amp, right? I had like a custom-made case. And we go and we pick it up and we're like, all right, we're going to go to dinner now because it's late. And like we're going to eat and we're going to drive 3.5 hours back home. We're like, let's go to Red Robin. Never been there.
I've
we
also
go.
never been.
I didn't think they were real. I thought it was just commercials.
The
and that was
Yum
it.
commercial?
Yeah, I thought it was just a commercial and that was it.
It's big in Seattle. Like I think that's where it started. So
That's why dumb because we had commercials here before we ever had a Red Robin.
Oh, we never had a Red Robin.
Yeah,
Where's
like
the closest Red Robin?
Green Bay, maybe.
Madison.
Madison.
Madison's
Those places
got
aren't
one.
even real, dude.
So we go to this Red Robin, and Shay wanted chili or something, and they just didn't give her a spoon. This Red Robin sucked, by the way. I want everyone to know that. It was really bad.
Dude, fuck the Green Bay Red Robin.
No, this was Iowa.
Fuck the Iowa Red Robin.
Same place. So we're there.
The Iowa Red Robin. The whole state.
Iowa. This is the one Red Robin they have, and it was terrible. We she gets the chili and she's so pissed that there's no spoon. So as we leave, she just steals the fork. She just grabs it and we walk out and she's just holding the fork.
That's such my grandma.
Oh, is it like a real fork, not a plastic?
Yeah, like a real fork, like an actual metal fork.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we still have it.
Good.
She did that too with a Buffalo Wild Wings cup. We just had one of their plastic cups just chilling at home.
I think everybody's stolen a Buffalo Wild Wings.
You kind of have to. It's a rite of passage, dude.
So
anyway.
I mean, it was okay. So since this podcast, this is episode 3.
Yes.
Now that we're kind of revisiting some of that stuff, and it's good to go back and listen to what we've already done, so that I can correct my speech, how I breathe, not say so many ums and likes and yeah, exactly. Like, am I going to deep throat the microphone?
I'd like to see you try with this one.
No, this is too glorious. Shout out to Road.
Yeah, shout out Road.
So
Road.
Hit us up.
and I just did an right there. So
Road.
Going back and listening, I realized.
Sure. Anyway,
I realize I left out a big chunk, and this is going to take me like 5 minutes. Nothing much. This is ties into the Red Robin thing. So,
Oh, okay.
I guess a good first question for Mason would be, have you ever gone to, like for me, back when I was like 18, 17, 19, there was this restaurant called King's Walk Buffet. And you can use your imagination of what it was. It was a Chinese buffet. It was great. It was fantastic. We used to go there all the time with my friends. And they shut down one day. And it's because they were rumored that they were like, using improper ingredients for some of their food. Some of it being actual dog and cat food. Like, imagine that in like your like
What brand?
pork wontons, So
You got Purina in your pork
You got
wonton?
fancy
probably
feast.
Fancy
Crab
Feast or
rangoon.
Purina. So I'm sitting there with my friends, and I remember looking at my friend Cameron, and he's going, "Man, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. They probably should have shut this place down a long time ago." Yeah, I was kind of bummed out about it. Have you ever had that happen to you at a restaurant?
Where I think the food's super gross and it shouldn't
No, just your
exist?
favorite restaurant closed.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of an example of it, but...
If McDonald's closed right now, I'd drive on.
Dude, McDonald's, like, one of the biggest... Like, the second biggest fast food... Did you know that Subway is ahead of McDonald's? There's more Subways in the world than there are McDonald's?
I think that's the worst thing ever. I'm like,
That doesn't
I'm
make any sense.
anti-Subway, but I'll eat it.
I like Subway. Everybody's kind of anti-Subway right now because I was in that perfect group of growing up in the early 2000s where we got duped into thinking Subway was healthy.
Well, yeah, that's what Jared Fogle wanted.
Yeah.
And now here you are.
Yeah.
Tell your story.
Eating a loaf of bread with lettuce that's been sitting out there for like a year.
This lettuce is so fresh. We got it last year.
Yeah.
Goddamn Jared
I
Fogle.
personally think that Subway was better when it was in Walmart. There's just something about it.
I don't know if I've ever eaten a Subway out of a Walmart, but
It
I've
was better
seen
that
them.
way.
I remember them.
I think it's very rare now.
In my last ditch efforts, that's what I had to resort to because I worked at Walmart for like a month, I think, at one point.
Was that when you did like the overnight thing?
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
stupid.
you'd say, "Make me a sandwich right now," but
Before
only
they
put
closed.
a vegetable on it.
Yeah. Well,
One
no, this
vegetable.
is also pre-vegan clay.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
So you were just like salami, super size, everything,
Supersize,
super size.
I was like, oh yeah,
all these
mayo's
meats that they
healthy.
don't have there.
It's like, yeah, mayo's healthy.
Yeah, dude.
They got Wagyu. Arby's having
Ew.
Wagyu is
Dude.
really funny.
Dude,
What a bad
It's-
name
there's
for
no
a
way
food,
it's
by the
real.
way.
dude, if I go in, I fucking hate Arby's, man. And
Dude, we had Arby's catered at work like 2 weeks ago.
god,
I was like,
that's almost
this is
offensive.
terrible.
That's like worse than if they brought you nothing.
Dude,
Wait, is this other work or is this?
the day we had the Christmas party.
Oh, okay.
Like the Christmas lunch,
I
they catered
didn't go.
Arby's. No, you were there.
Was I?
Because I sat with you.
Oh,
And I was just sitting there eating
oh,
this
okay.
shitty Arby's sandwich.
That makes sense because I just assume that there is just no option for me, so I just don't go.
Yeah, you
But
were,
I was
you were hanging out.
I already had my lunch.
Dude,
brought.
when their slogan is "We have the meats," that is kind of putting you on blast. As
I mean, I've been called worse by cooler shit. So
You're telling me you don't like being called the meats?
it's like Arby's just called me out. So, I really don't give a shit,
Oh no, Mr. Arby's is gonna get me.
I'm still trying to think of restaurant. The question you asked me, and I can't really think of.
Anything that's shut down, like okay, or you can just hypothetical it, like
Really quick, we're talking about Subway. To move on through this question, but to give you an actual answer is, people talk a lot of shit on Quiznos. And they don't really exist anymore. They're hard to find. And I shouldn't say I love, because I haven't eaten there in like 10 years.
I feel like it's
They're
probably the
hard to
worst thing
find.
ever now.
It probably sucks now, but I remember when I was a kid, I liked Quiznos
I
a
like
lot.
Quiznos. It
And
was like a treat.
people
Go to
talk
Quiznos.
shit on that commercial, and I'd say
commercial.
that commercial,
Oh,
and
we all
you
know
all know exactly
that-
what that commercial
those
is.
hamsters. Yeah.
And that commercial
Chinchillas, whatever they are.
rules and is awesome. 'Cause
Would you
that's like-
say that Russell's your Jimmy's?
You bet your ass, brother.
Goddamn right.
That commercial is like just all of like late 90s, early 2000s kids' brains pushed into a commercial. It's just like Ren and Stimpy, SpongeBob, just the weirdest shit in a commercial. Trying to sell me a sandwich? Sign me up, sir.
Sign me up. Give me that sandwich.
I'll take the rewards card.
Dude, I've got too many rewards cards for places.
Well, now they got apps.
Yeah, we were talking about
the
earlier.
app.
That's
We were talking
fantastic.
about this
Taco
earlier,
Bell
how
app.
important the Taco Bell app
Oh
and the
my
McDonald's
God.
app are.
Especially
Banking up your rewards.
Dude,
not even
I
just
got
the rewards. The Taco Bell app is really important if you have any dietary restriction where you need to edit anything on there.
Mm-hmm.
My dietary restriction is just
Put Baja Blast on everything.
yeah, you bet, brother. Can I get 8?
but give me the zero sugar blast.
No, I take full sugar blast. I
Really?
like the zero sugar, but dude, if I'm drinking a Baja Blast, fuck it, man.
I'll treat myself every now and then, but I'm still going like light blast.
I go light on like if I'm drinking like a Coca-Cola, I'll go Diet Coke like almost 99% of the time. But
There's something about a Diet Coke with every meal.
I love a Diet Coke.
Oh, it just makes me feel good.
I'm not gonna say with every meal. That's a lot of soda.
Well, I shouldn't say every meal, but like if I'm like getting to pick a special beverage for a meal, it's gonna be a Diet Coke or a root beer.
It's, dude, root beer is weird because it's not that I don't like root beer. I love root beer, but I feel like it's such like a heavy drink. Like I'll drink a root beer and I'm like, God damn, I gotta take a nap.
Yeah. If I'm having a hard time sleeping, I go drink a root beer.
Dude, that's awesome.
I don't need melatonin.
That's awesome. You're gonna die if you keep doing that.
It also,
But-
it also depends on the root beer you're drinking too, because Barks has caffeine in it.
well, Barks has got bite.
That's the bite, is the caffeine. So
But I'm just gonna be really real right now. Barks is better than the rest.
I love Barks.
When it comes down to what I can go walk into a gas station right now, walk into a convenience store, and if there's not Barks on the shelf, they're fucking up.
Let me tell you something, and you can ask. We've talked about. We're going to talk about it a few times on this episode. My brother Ethan, and he will definitely be a guest at some point. There's every story of mine eventually circles back to Ethan, but we both have this opinion set in stone, carved into the Mount Rushmore. The best root beer. And it's out of nostalgia for us, but it's also just like you could go buy this today and you'd be like, this is a good root beer. Is Frost Top.
Stopper.
When we were kids, our Uncle Paul would bring like little mini kegs to like
Is that the one
Thanksgiving.
that's got like the snow on the decal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so good. I gave you a little LA night there, dude.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. No, I'm a fan of root beer. We might have something coming down the line at some point.
we're working
drink
on
a-
something spicy.
Some little special.
Your own root beer?
Well, that's
no,
a
but that
a
would
really
be
cool
cool.
bridge that I would love to cross at some point.
If
Because
we had our own root beer, that'd be crazy.
having my own root beer has been kind of a like culinary fantasy of mine for a while.
Okay.
So
If I had my own root beer, it would just be Barks, but with a different label. Don't tell Barks.
just spell it with a K.
Just as a dog on it?
Like a dog. What was it? Knock Loose inspired root beer. Barks.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Dude, if they got a sponsorship deal,
So
That'd be great.
So Barks Knock Loose root beer would be great. I also think
That's
that a
great.
Green Day Casino would be fantastic.
the Green Day Casino.
Okay, hear me out on this. A Green Day Casino, because they have that song "Welcome to Paradise."
Yeah.
Imagine you're in Las Vegas, you go into a casino, and then sliding doors open up, and all of a sudden you're greeted with "Welcome to Paradise."
I like that. That was pretty good. I like that.
Oh,
a
it
lot.
took me a second. I'm so stupid.
Pair of dice.
I'm so stupid. I was like, Paradise feels like you're gonna make money here. It's cool. No. Pair of
No,
dice.
they're actually going to take all your money.
I'm a
It's
moron,
not possible to
dude.
win there.
Oh man. Yeah, that's fine.
They're going to walk up to you,
Yeah.
and Trey Cool is going to hit you with a drumstick over the head.
Well, here's the
And then Mike Dirt is going to take your wallet.
Here, here's the real problem with this is if you ran a casino where every time sliding doors open, Welcome to Paradise would play, you got about a week before all your employees blow their brains out from hearing Billy Joe Armstrong sing that over again.
Well, they keep that just right there at the doorway, so all the security guards are behind the speakers, so they can't really hear it.
Okay.
You got to think retention, you know.
I think the Dookie album, like I played a lot of those riffs religiously over and over because
the best
it
album.
was it's a fantastic album, but then it was easy to pick up on and learn, you know.
Yeah, dude.
So-
Well, the first song I think I learned how to play on guitar was it's not off Dookie, but Brains Stew. Is that
Brain Stew.
Yeah, because it's
I think that's off of
One-
Insomniac.
Yeah, it is. It's just one fret for almost everything. Like it's all a lot of it's on one string, so it's easy to fucking
That's
learn.
my kind of song.
So speaking of, you've been following my masterclass.
Yeah,
You've been watching my masterclass
Yeah.
videos.
You've
Thank
been
you.
learning, right?
Yeah.
You can
It's
almost
for
play
knowledge.
Smoke on the Water.
Actually, as of today, because I didn't upload it on Facebook, but by the time this video comes out, it'll be out. You can clip together Smoke on the Water now. So
That's
there
incredible.
you go.
and our wonderful friend Ben said that after it's all done, he's going to clip together Through the Fire and Flames. And the best part is, it's all down picked. So
Down picked through the fire and the flames.
That's giving me anxiety right now.
So you mentioned that you learned a couple Dookie songs on guitar. When, like, did you start playing guitar?
I started
Or, like,
playing guitar when I was like 15, 16, and
Oh, like a week ago.
yeah, I'm 5. No, I played guitar for a little while, but it was one of those things where I like never got super like I learned enough to play a few songs, but then like I have friends like I don't ever call myself a guitar player because I have friends that can effortlessly play amazing songs. Like I imagine at some point you'll have one of the Dearmans on, and those two,
Oh, yeah.
those are guitar players.
Those are
You're a guitar. Like you two know. I could play like a couple of songs, or like I could be talked through. Like if I need to fill in for a set, I could learn a song.
Yeah.
But I don't call myself a guitar player. Say, like bass and guitar both are like I kind of know what I'm doing, but not really. So, and I also have not played a guitar or a bass in like probably 4 years. So
so you're
yeah, I messed around with it
Since
though.
that one Misadventures practice.
Dude, we did more than one.
We did a few. We did a handful.
Dude,
We were ready.
We almost headlined a Failed to Decay show, and then I was like, hey,
Yeah, and then you
I
were like,
can't-
JKLOL.
I can't do this. Well, also my grandmother died that week, but also that on top of I was like, real. Okay, this sounds bad, but I was
No.
I was like, I don't want to do this because I'm terrified. Because like, if we're opening a show, that's fine. We're playing after Failed to Decay, which is like one of the bigger bands from our area. And
Yeah.
they're great. And
That was a
Shout out
really-
Josh.
Yeah, shout out Josh.
Dude.
That was a weird time. So
Yeah.
this is a little off topic, but not really. We were because Heresy played that show,
yeah.
and I believe Heresy was asking the promoter if we would headline since we were the local band and like people liked us for some
Well,
reason.
also, like, I know the way that promoter, like, booked shows, and they would always do, what band is that? What local band is like the most popular right now? We'll put them like in the biggest spot, but that doesn't always work out well because when you have bands that are way better playing before them, following that sucks.
Oh,
And
we talked about how much I think headlining sucks.
Yeah.
Like I've never been in like a super popular
play in the
band,
middle.
but
That's my
Play
sweet
in the
spot.
middle. It's the
put me
best
at like
time.
the second
Dude,
set.
I like so my favorite. And I think this might change over several different episodes and opinions and whatever. But my favorite sweet spot is right under the headliner. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I,
mine.
I like second or third.
yeah, or third. I would take that.
You don't
too.
want to play first because not everybody's in the venue yet, and you're also starting and ending the show has a lot of pressure on you.
I don't mind starting the show.
Starting the show's fine, but like, I don't. The middle is perfect because you're playing to the most people that will probably be in the venue at the
Yep.
time,
Right.
and like I don't know, you have. I don't know. It's better.
It just works.
It's great.
You got people like me who look at shows and festivals now going, okay, when everyone leaves, like, for example, if you have a festival and like Slipknot is like the headliner for that show, the most people are probably going to stick around and want to watch Slipknot.
Yeah.
So now you're fighting all that traffic, walking back from wherever you're at the stage to get into your car. Like, I want to like be at home or hotel, Airbnb, wherever, by like 10 o'clock. 11. If I'm,
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, but that's
earlier if possible.
That's me, but yeah, because like we went to Sonic Temple in 2019, 2018. Yeah, 2019, I think. And a lot of like there's stuff I wanted to see was actually right in the middle or right in the beginning. There's this band called Horror. I know you know who Horror is. They spell their name with nines,
nines?
upside down
yeah,
nines.
yeah.
First time I ever saw Horror, I was like, this is the sickest thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was right after Keith Flint from The Prodigy died. And they did like a tribute, like a couple songs.
I listened to Firestorm
They
like
murdered
2 days
it.
ago.
And I was like, this is, it's not watching The Prodigy like I would have liked to have because they were on that same show. But this is just as good, like, because they just murdered it. So,
Yeah.
has there already been any bands that just completely like shocked you? Like, holy crap! Like, I came to the show for this band, but this one just.
Oh yeah, dude. That's how I've. Well, okay. I'll tell you a story that isn't a band that shocked me, but it's a band where, and everybody has a story like this. Of you go to a show where they're like, the show is stacked, and the band I'm going for is the band that nobody cares about on that show. Have you ever had a show like that? Where, like, for instance, I went to a show probably like a couple years ago in Minneapolis, and it was like, why am I blanking out? I'm completely forgetting. What's the Australian, like, not really deathcore?
There's Murder.
Are you
No,
talking Alpha Wolf?
no,
that wouldn't have been then.
Why am I blanking? They were
Dealer.
no.
It wasn't that
North
Spectral?
Lane.
Northlane.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was Northlane.
Northlane.
Holy shit. It was a Northlane show. It was like Northlane and Era and a few other like pretty big bands. But the opening band was Crystal Lake. And I love
shit.
Crystal Lake. They're awesome. They don't have the same vocalist anymore because Ryu had some health issues and is in a different doing different stuff right now.
Yeah.
But he couldn't tour as much because stuff was going on. But I saw them like at their prime. They came from Japan to play this tour, and I was like, they were the opening band. I came and saw them, and it was awesome. They played an incredible set, and like nobody gave a shit. But I was like, this is awesome. And then like in between sets, everybody's buying Northlane merch. Everybody's buying Air merch. There's nobody by the Crystal Lake. So I'm going over, I'm talking to them like, dude, I came here for you guys. I don't give a shit about any of these other bands. They were awesome to talk to. They have like one of the best live drummers I've ever seen. He's insane. He's so good. And then I left before Northlane. So I was like, I saw what I needed to see. I'm good. And still to this day, Dustin Korth will message me and be like, dude, I can't believe you left that Northlane. Because he loves Northlane. And I was like, I don't really care about Northlane. But
Yeah, I feel like I haven't really cared about North Lane in like a while.
I couldn't even remember their name.
Yeah, you couldn't. So, speaking of shows, what was the first show that you remember going to?
The first, like,
Just in general, was it a local show or did you go to like a bigger tour kind of? Because I can remember the first show that I met you at.
that might be the. So, like, I've been to, like. So the way I grew up in the scene is like I have two older brothers that were always doing kind of band stuff, and so I was always just like the little brother hanging around with bands. Like Clay was in a band with my older brother. That's how I met Clay, and so I've known you forever just because I've been Ethan's little brother.
Probably since you were like 10 or 12.
And then like so I watched your guys' band practices all the time, and then I would like. Not really. Like I never really went to the warehouse when you guys, because I was little. But then the first time that I remember going to a show and like being there the whole time, not just like watching like part of Ethan's set or whatever, was the first Hardcore Fest that Brian booked, the Lacrosse Hardcore Fest, which was probably like 2015, 14, 15.
I feel like it was more like 16.
Could have been.
That
Yeah,
sounds more right.
I think it was 2016 because it was the one you went to, which was when I met
so
you.
I was around 15 years old.
Yeah, because the one that it was the last Narrow Hearts.
Yes, yeah, that was it.
Like
I remember
Lacrosse.
Yeah, because I was given a Narrow Hearts patch that I still have on one of my backpacks.
That's correct.
Yes.
Because that was when I first met you, and then I don't remember much after that. But then I remember we played the year after that,
Yeah.
and I for sure remember seeing you at that one.
Yeah, but I remember coming to shows.
There was other ones in between.
There were
obviously,
many
but,
shows in
like,
between, and in between.
That's just a blank space.
In
for
between
me.
those two shows, so the year that was in between, I started working there.
That's right.
So I was there all the time, going to every show I could. That was just at a point in my life where, like, I was a teenager in a small town where I had nothing in common with anybody I was growing up with, and then I went to the music venue for the first time with, like, all
The
my
rock
buddies.
music venue.
I went to the rock music venue with all my buddies that I met, that I'm still friends with. You, like, you two were at shows all the time, and I hung out with you
Right.
guys, and I basically, like, my hometown, I still live there, but I was like, dude, fuck everything going on here. I'm gonna go to shows all the time.
Well, it's crazy how close that is, like your hometown is to like where everything else is
Yeah,
happening.
10
You
minutes
found
away,
everybody.
and across that bridge, it's like, oh, everything's over in La Crosse, and then you come back to where I live, and it's like nothing.
Oh, there's rumors that Seven Dust did a show in La Crosse like 1,000 years ago. So
I think at the hockey rink,
that sounds.
but I was a kid.
There's a
and
crazy
also,
good
who
pizza
cares about-
restaurant in your town.
Which one's that?
Is it called Corky's?
I fucking hate Corky's.
Really?
Fuck Corky's.
Dude, I love.
You can
I
keep-
specifically.
I
love
hate
their,
Corky's.
Like,
I-
garlic bread.
I hate Corky's so much you can keep this in. Fuck Corky's.
So we're just teetering on
That's
this
fine.
quirky sponsorship.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'll probably teeter it further that I probably can't have anything either unless they want to like hook us up with
No,
something.
they got ice cream. Oh wait. I'm just gonna do that with every non-vegan thing. Like, oh, they got like,
They got roast.
they
they got roast
pizza.
beef.
They got
Oh, shit,
they got
dude.
sardines. You can have those.
Yeah, they
They
got
got the
like,
whole ocean in there.
they got like deep fried
Hell yeah, brother. I got
Sticks of butter.
chicken.
I also like going back and reviewing the last episodes. I got to count how many times they say hell yeah because I was on a massive hell yeah.
Dude, you gotta get hell yeah knuckle rockers.
And people are gonna think it's because of the band, but it's not.
Yeah, you
That's
just
the only-
love Vinny.
I don't love hell yeah that much.
You love Vinny Paul so much.
Oh man.
So in your time that you volunteered, in that
Yeah.
area and all stuff, like you were like, what, mostly bartender or mostly door person? Like, because that's the only two
I
places.
didn't really do door until like the last year.
Yeah.
But I worked door before. But
you were more of like a little stage boy.
I did stage. I did everything there. I never really did sound because just Brian or people would do sound that were not me. Like I never really did that stuff. But like I would do stage changeover. I was a venue loader. Gary and I would just load bands
Yeah, you
all
guys
the
would
time.
come for load-in and
That's what I started doing.
Respect to every venue loader that exists, especially when you have a building with three.
all those stairs.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Way too many.
running back to Fail to Decay, when you guys were gonna play that show with them, when we were gonna play that show
Yeah.
with them, Fail to Decay would always tour with like crazy bass cabs.
Oh, those Omega cabs.
Yeah, and it was as the venue loader, it sucked and was also great because loading that in up those stairs was miserable. Like some of the worst load in ever because it was so heavy. And I remember like doing summer shows with Fail to Decay where it's 100 degrees outside and you're loading up like probably close to like 300-pound cabs. Sucked. But then you're up there and the bass feels like you can feel your chest move every bass drop. It was like sounded so good. And I remember specifically one of the last Fail to Decay times that they played there, and I loaded in. I was expecting to do like all day. I was like, I gotta load these cabs. This is gonna suck. And then they got there and they didn't have the cabs, and I was like, what happened? They're like, dude, we're old. We can't carry this anymore.
Which is so funny because like they are definitely younger than I am, and
Yeah, but dude, they were like they put the work in with those
Yeah.
carrying like
Yeah,
touring
those-
with
that
those
makes sense.
cabs.
So I remember I can't. It had to have been American Zero. We did a show there, and they were cool enough to be like, hey, you can let your stuff sit here tonight, but we got a show tomorrow. You got to like clear it out by then. So it sat there for like a day, and then no one went over to like do anything. So I showed up and I started like getting stuff staged to bring it over like to the tattoo shop because that was our practice space. And we had a bass cab, like one of those Ampeg ones that I think you guys are talking about.
fridge.
Yeah, the fridge. No one knows this until literally in the next like 10 seconds what I'm about to say. I was this close to having the cab fall down the stairs
Which has happened before.
and hit the glass door at the bottom. I was this close, and I don't know how I managed to salvage it, but I think I blacked out and I just grabbed it because I literally envisioned this cab's gonna go down these stairs and it's gonna smash through this door.
Brian and I almost did that one night. I can't remember what
The
band.
amount of times I've seen stuff almost drop.
Dude, Brian and I we both were holding one of those cabs up. I had one side of it, he had the other side, and it was a summer show. I remember because the stairs were wet. No, it could have been winter too. It doesn't matter. The stairs were wet. Whether from snow or sweat or humidity, it doesn't matter. I slipped, and I almost dropped it. And for about 5 seconds, Brian is holding. He's up top and has the full weight of it.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, he is.
And I slip. I'm like, oh shit, here it goes. But then I grab it and I look up at Brian, and it's like I was looking into God's eyes, because he was just like, "You got it?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then
Brian is so good at that, by the way, where he realizes, hey, this was a faux pas. He's not going to blame you.
No.
It's so cool.
He just looked at me to be like, are we good? And I was like, yeah.
But that's the point I was trying to make. Is just he's just like
Almost anybody else, if I would have dropped my side of a 300-pound cab, they would have been like, hey, what the fuck? But
Brian is an angel.
Brian just wanted to make sure that both me and the cab were okay, and they were, and we're fine. But
And
Brian,
so is that door.
Yeah, door is fine. Brian and I, but okay, Brian also makes it a habit of filming himself deadlifting cabs
Which
in the
is
venues.
the most genius way to do it, by the way, because god damn it, I could have saved so much time by doing it the way he does it. And
Dude, he's just jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a smart thing to do. I was like, why didn't I fucking do that?
Well, Brian just watches pro wrestling and is like, I can do that with a cab.
He said,
I'm
I'm
gonna F5 a cab.
F5 this Ampeg
Yep.
2x15. No, before we move on, talking about awful load-ins. I'm not gonna name the band, just out of respect.
Yeah.
But this was really funny. we were getting there to load in, right? Misadventure's already loaded everything in. We're hanging out.
Is it lacrosse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is in Lacrosse. So this is at all the stairs. Right?
The stair. We'll just call
The
it
stair
stairs. Stair place.
The stair house.
stair house.
Oh my god.
So we're all loaded in, right? And we were gonna help this other band load in.
Yeah.
The headliner. And their drummer pulls out one of those huge road cases, right? All of his drums are in there. Genius, by the way. That is very smart.
Yeah.
Not here. It doesn't work. Do you really?
No, yeah.
carry that
Getting
all
a
out there?
road case up those stairs sucks because we've had to do it.
Yeah. And the rest of his band was like, we're not carrying that up there. We're not doing it. So he was like, well, how am I going to get my drums up there, guys?
Take
this
him
guy,
out.
by the way, is also not the drummer of this band anymore because he was a problem. So
Oh, I know exactly what band you're talking about.
you know exactly, because everything that went down with that band at that time was right after the show. It was really
I know
funny.
exactly what band you're talking
Do
about.
I know this band?
Shout out. No.
Shout out the band.
We'll tell you.
know.
We'll tell you later.
You can tell me
tell
off
you
air
after.
because I'm so curious because I feel like I was at this show.
I don't know if you were.
I've seen road cases like that before.
I
But
don't think it was this. But either way, this was really funny.
I remember this band.
He was so pissed because they weren't going to help him carry it. And he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I got to get my drums up there.
I can picture the guy now. It's way funnier.
Dude, they look at him and they say, figure it out.
figure it out.
And he he decides to take all the drums out, but then set them up outside at the bottom of the stairs.
I remember this.
Yeah, he sets them up down there instead of just taking them out and having the guys help him carry them up there outside of the road case and then put the road case back in the trailer. He sets up his entire kit outside, like he's gonna play. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm talking cymbals on stands and everything. It's like, you should have just carried that all.
I like
day.
that no matter what his setup is, he's trying to make it as difficult as possible to load it up the stairs.
And it's like, dude, you could have just not done that. You could have just taken it out and brought it up there. And
Okay,
it just makes me laugh.
Was
'cause,
his stuff loose in the road cases or in bags?
I think cymbals were in bags and
Yeah,
stuff.
just carry it up.
Yeah.
Just
And,
carry it up.
everything else was loose, but I mean I think
You
stands
can deal
and
with
cymbals
loo-
were in bags.
You can deal with loose drums. Most people
Yeah, who
just
cares?
do anyways.
Most people, your drums are in single cases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
single cases, or even I've seen people load in just raw
dog
drums.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
It's
Just bring
not that
extra heads
difficult.
because you might fuck up your heads, but like.
But that just killed me because like we
No,
loaded in and out of this venue so many
Yeah,
times, and
that's-
every time a band that's never been there before goes, oh shit.
I've seen so many aw shits, and it's great because there's the scale. It's almost like the scale at the doctor's office of like the smiley faces of like how much your pain level. You know what I'm talking about? Of the reaction to people that either have played the venue and they get there and they see it and they're just remembering how much it sucks. There's the people that have never heard and never been there but have heard the legends and they're like, this is gonna suck. Or there's the people that have no idea and they get there and they see a staircase and they're like, God damn it. That
You're
is
just like, I'm not loading.
Yeah,
and I'm not unloading. I'm not doing anything.
and I've seen all those reactions hundreds of times and
it's so funny.
It's so funny.
so funny.
I don't remember my first like interaction where I saw it and it was like I can't remember what the fuck it was, but I remember the story being told of like, and your brother was there for this, me getting blackout wasted at
I've heard this story many times.
3:30, 4 p.m.
Eventually, I imagine you'll do the whole lore of like
I think we're saving that for the
of
Ethan.
like life and sobriety and now how
That's-
everything's cool.
That'll be a straight edge.
That's
dance.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely
that'd be a great, very inspirational episode.
that's a part of this whole like podcast too. Is like the Alex being the angel he is, has never drank as far as I know. Ethan has never
got time
drank.
for that.
Ethan never drank.
I am on the the whether you want to call it blessing or curse. I've been to that part and
been to
back.
hell and back,
Yeah, well,
You're born again.
it's so weird. Like, and that's the thing is like I think as far as like straight edge goes, there's people that are so straight edge that like you're not straight edge unless you've been born that way and have never touched booze or blah blah.
See,
And
that's just like judgy, gatekeepy bullshit.
Yeah.
and I don't like that. But most
We all knew that guy.
there's
Yeah.
there's that guy or guys or gals exist in any scene and every scene. So-
Most edgemen are just like, hey man, are you all right? And they're like, you're not. As long as you're in a good mental state and not drink, like, who cares?
And there's the dude that messages on Instagram after you post a picture of you enjoying a pumpkin spiced parlor root beer.
Oh, and they're like, dude, caffeine, man.
No,
Like,
there is no caffeine in it.
Oh, really?
Just the fact that it's called root beer and it's got the word beer in it.
Fuck
Oh,
you,
so you're
dude.
back on the beer, huh?
Yeah. And I was like, whatever, dude. So, like, the fact that, like, the name itself, like, triggers some people is so funny to me.
That's the thing about, like, if you're gonna be straight edge, you also have. And I'm saying this as a non-edgeman, but I feel like you also kind of have to be like, all right, I'm gonna be straight edge, but I'm also gonna worry about myself because the second that you start picking with other people and be like, hey, you're not doing this exactly.
Yeah, if you're going to gatekeep it.
Worry about yourself.
And that's why like people are like, you are so cool that, you get it even though you're not.
No, but I grew up with my older brother. I'm pretty sure both my brothers are straight.
I'm pretty sure.
Evan, yeah.
Yeah.
Both my brothers are straight edge. I'm not, but I'm also like not a. I'm not
You're
like
not a freak.
No, I'm not like a partier. I'll drink a beer, but I'm not like.
You're not.
This guy had
I'm
six
not
shots on
I'm
one
not.
year.
I'm not like just shooting up and shit.
You're not.
But
You're not Clay discovering Wisconsin for the first time. Like,
So it's
there's
funny.
bars everywhere.
that blew my mind. Not
It's
gonna lie.
funny that you said shooting up. 'Cause, so earlier,
There's the clickbait title right there.
shooting up with Mason. So earlier,
Get this picture.
I had this idea when I was showering this morning. I wouldn't even call
This
it an
is the
idea.
thing. This is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
great. Okay.
I had this thought. All right, so you're gonna understand in a moment why I said shooting up. I just need to pull up my note about this real quick.
Okay.
So I don't know why I thought of this, but I was like, what if Scooby and Shaggy were two heroin addicts, and Scooby is the other junkie friend, and they're role playing, but Shaggy, his name is Scabby, and Scooby just has some other stupid name, right? And it's like a Meat Canyon video, but they're both just super fucked up
So
on heroin.
my counter to that is you need to watch the Venture Brothers episode with Scooby Doo in it.
Okay,
Have you ever watched Venture Brothers?
I have.
It's my favorite animated show of all time. There's an episode where they have like, so they were produced by Cartoon Network, so they have a bunch of licensing for Hanna-Barbera characters, but also Cartoon Network did sell like Scooby-Doo a ton. Like they were really pushing Scooby-Doo, so they didn't want to make actual Scooby-Doo. Like they have Johnny Quest characters in the show, but then they have other characters that are just like parodies of characters, and their parody of Scooby-Doo is what are their names? Velma's like a conspiracy theorist.
Makes sense.
Daphne and Fred are in an abusive relationship.
That was already canon.
And then Shaggy is schizophrenic and thinks that Scooby's talking to him.
Okay.
And he's like, just talk to everybody else, man. And Scooby is like a German, like satanic dog, and he's just like talking to Shaggy, and he's like, "You are the hand chosen by the master." That quote has always stuck with me. So go watch that episode. It's like the best episode ever.
I'll watch that.
That-
Yeah,
just
I was
watch-
just like,
just watch the
imagine
whole
if
show.
Shaggy's name was Scabby, and he just did a bunch of heroin.
It's great.
I think it's incredible.
I like that you were like thought of that in the shower, and your immediate thought was, I need to ask Mason about this.
Yeah, that's what happened. I was in the shower and I was just getting squeaky clean.
I appreciate it.
And I went, Mason, I have to bring this up.
I'm glad you were thinking about me in the shower.
It's not the first time.
I think we have to trigger warning this episode now because of heroin mentioning.
Yeah, I have a heroin.
It's just a nice like hour and a half of friends talking, but you put like trigger warning heroin.
Yeah, 2 straight edge dudes and a Mason.
At the 36-minute mark, we have to put the trigger warning, because just to be safe, give enough time to really think about the decision you're gonna make and whether or not you're gonna hear what I just said.
In the possibility that my mom ever watches this or like listens to this, Mom, I've never done heroin.
So
I have no plans
he's
to do
not
it.
Scabby.
I'm not Scabby. I just like the idea of Scabby existing, and Alex explaining that to
So
me.
now that you have crossed the of legal age for drinking path, do
Yeah.
you remember your first sip of a beverage?
Was it an old fashioned?
Yeah.
No, I don't like old fashioned.
Ooh.
My dad famously is like an old
That's
fashioned.
why
That's
the
why
question
we-
got
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
up.
I'm giving context to the listener,
Yeah.
but I don't like old. I don't really like liquor.
Did it break Mikey P's heart when you told him you didn't like it?
I don't want to talk about this too much, just because I don't want to. I'm talking to two Edgemen like I'm a real booze hound right now. I don't drink that much.
This
but-
guy's a
Here's the benefit though. Been there, done that kind of a
Yeah.
person.
Okay. You
Never
and,
have.
I can.
and you've drank way more than I ever.
Oh
have.
yeah. No. More. I probably drank more than you ever will in your entire
Like
lifetime.
I've never been drunk to the point where I don't remember anything, and I've never been drunk to the point where I've thrown up ever.
I'm drunk right now.
But so recently, my dad bought this like apple whiskey that he didn't like, and he gave it to me, and I enjoy it because I like apple flavored things, and I literally put like a little bit in with like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And my dad watches me drink that like he's never been prouder of anything in his life.
Are you doing full sugar Coke or diet?
I'll mix it. I'll do back and forth. I usually diet.
And is it sour apple or like Honeycrisp?
Like a Honeycrisp.
Oh, okay.
Green apple, that'd be kind of weird. But
See, because when I
love a
used,
Honeycrisp
it's like an
apple.
apple
Not
cinnamon kind of
alcohol.
because like when I
Just
used to be a
apples.
bartender, I can't remember if it was someplace in Washington or if it was Applebee's in Alaska here, but like sour apple teenies were something that everyone wanted.
and I see. I don't like liquor really. Like a mixed drink's not really my jam. A beer, or I'll drink a few beers, but like that's my beer.
Anyways,
I love
going.
it.
Oh, this is a good chance to use the
cut
is this a good chance to
Bud
use the
Light's too woke.
bleep button?
No, I just love the advertising of it's Miller time. I just like being like,
Yeah,
I
scared
don't
Miller
discriminate when it comes to beer. Well,
But like your first one ever. Like,
I don't.
you don't remember?
No.
I was 5, and it was. No, I'm dead serious. I was in my grandpa's garage. Shout out to Gramps, R.I.P. 2000.
Y2K really got him.
No, I mean, it did.
That's
actually.
when I was born.
Yeah, so
I'm the reincarnation of your grandfather.
Shit.
my grandpa.
You want another beer?
My grandpa passed away October 12th. Is it October 12th? Was it September? I don't know. I got this. I got
Your
the,
family member is gonna get real pissed.
Oh, they're gonna be
watching this.
so mad.
You're canceled.
Because it was
by
one of
your
them. It was
family.
either September or October because the funeral was like literally a month after. So
Okay.
But I have the obituary in my wallet which has been there since Gramps passed, actually. Wow. So, but
you got a crusty ass wallet, I bet.
Probably. Well, the wallet's changed.
Okay.
The wallet has
been a wallet for 24 years.
No, just the obituary. But yeah, that's. I was 5 years old. I was in his garage, and he goes, "Here, have some of this." And I didn't know what it was.
What it was?
It was either a Rainier or a Hams.
Oh, a Hams?
I think it was Hams, because I remember there being it was a Hams, not Rainier.
It's a great discount beer.
It was a because I remember the bear, like the little bear with like the beanie.
I don't know what the Hams logo is.
This was 1989. So yeah,
Batman time.
Yeah,
it was Batman.
It was Batman.
That was the summer of Batman. I just hear 89, and my automatic thing is Tim Burton Batman. That's the first thing I think of.
That's a good.
That's reasonable.
I've watched that movie 300 times.
Yeah.
When you have MJ on, dude, we can just talk about Batman 1989 because that MJ and I have watched that movie together. Yeah, 300 times. We're bored. We're just like, put that fucking.
So is Keaton top notch Batman of
maybe?
Well?
Not. So I grew up, like, I learned how to read at a young age from reading, like, Batman and Spider-Man. Like, I love those two characters. Mm-hmm. And I have an appreciation for every movie of them, really, except, like, the Zack Snyder stuff. I think it's kind of sucked.
That's a good opinion.
Yeah. I just don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. We can get into,
yeah.
We'll get into that on a different
podcast.
Batman is how I feel about Chris Pratt as Garfield.
Dude, piss me off, man.
Me too. Keep going. We'll talk about that.
Lorenzo music, save
all the way.
All right.
But,
I'll even take a Bill Murray.
So
I'll take a Bill Murray.
So then, it's on the same subject of Batman, but crossing it into like hardcore music.
Yeah.
Christian Bale with that Batman voice. What band is he gonna join with that voice?
Oh. He could because Bolt Thrower's
you're right.
Kind of like the higher pitch scream a little bit. I fucking love Bolt Thrower. He could do like you could maybe it's a little bit more like raspy and guttural, but you could swap out Jamie Josta in Hatebreed for Christian Bale.
I would love a
Christian Bale voice going like, "Now is the time
for me to rise
to my feet." Kind of cool.
My Christian Bale voice is so
no, that would be really good actually,
dude.
So that's now we got a Christian Bale in Hatebreed.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
Hatebreed but Batman.
Hatebreed but Batman. Dude, wait, can we make that with AI?
That would be a really fun.
I bet we could.
Somebody make that with AI.
Do it
and
right
then
now.
Shoot your computer immediately after, because Skynet's gonna take over the world, dude.
We could, we could take it one step further, and we could do Werner Herzog in a hardcore band.
Madball, dude.
My name is Werner Herzog. This is my band. Hurts You. This next song is called "You Will Slip Into the Decay as Your Hands Fly Into the Air." I don't know.
So while we're on this, what hardcore band would Jesse Ventura front?
Oh, Jesse Ventura.
Tell us, Jesse.
Oh my God.
The Body. The Body. Well, I would probably start my own band called Frogmen. For context for the listener, if you don't know, we would just when I would tour with Misadventures growing up, we would just get bored in a van when you're in there after hours of driving.
Yeah, doing whatever.
And we would entertain ourselves with just doing Jesse Ventura voice, because it's something that Mike Sly, a friend of the show, friend of the show,
Sly Boys.
He would do with me growing up all the time. He would just do that voice, and I thought it was hilarious. And I would watch Predator with him, and I'd be like, dude, this is the funniest voice ever. And I picked it up. But yeah, so you just do the body voice, and I was an AWA tag team champion with Adrian Adonis.
Jesse Ventura playing Call of Duty World War II prop.
Dude, we did that all the time.
That was a time to be on.
I am the table. I'm the table. They're shooting at the table. But I'm the wrong table. I'm running from the government.
Oh, man.
Predator was a documentary.
There is the title. Predator was a documentary.
Yeah, I would, dude. What hardcore band would Jesse Ventura be in? I would love. not really a hardcore adjacent, more punk band, but I would love to just see him do like Descendants songs.
Actually, that'd be kind of
Yeah,
Dude.
I could see that.
Almost. I can't do it. I did like Kermit voice there. I just can't do it.
All right,
anymore.
so then-
it fucked up my throat.
So then Kermit the Frog, who's he gonna?
Oh, dude, Kermit.
We're just doing
Get the fuck out.
we're just doing Man of 1,000 voice over here. I'm terrible at impressions, but you guys have put me on the spot, so I would just be like, "What, dude? Kermit in a hardcore band would be really funny though."
That name sounds like a hardcore band's name. Just Kermit.
Kermit.
It's like helmet, but Kermit.
Bullet holes around it, dude. Helmet. I forgot about that. Band.
Helmet.
Dude. Dude.
We just went on tour with Bolt Thrower. Bolt Thrower and Gonzo.
God.
Dude, Gonzo would be a sick hardcore band name.
Okay, like that, because that name has been thrown around for so many different things. Like Gonzo's a good name.
Well, dude, it's got so.
It's the
I don't know if I want to
abbreviation
get
of
into this
being.
right now. I'll explain to you a thing that is hardcore related that might be coming in the future and related to me that is related to Gonzo in a weird way, but I'll explain it maybe off air because it's one of those things where everybody in the scene has this. They're like, oh, things are coming, and you're like,
Yeah.
Is it Gonzo dubbed over?
I've been saying that for 7 years. Things are on the way.
Same as
Eyes
me.
above waters.
Fuck that. When I was like 15, I was like, dude, I'm gonna make a band. Eyes Above Water. It sucked. It's terrible.
my favorite
It's a
name.
terrible name for a band. I was looking at that as like a semi-adult. I say semi-adult because I'm 23, but like I'm a dumbass.
You're an old man.
I feel like I'm an old man on the outside, but on the inside, I'm a dumb child. I'm a 7-year-old, and I'm just like, what?
Oh, hello.
You giving me
man.
keys to a car and
There's
a job?
a lot of people like that already, so don't feel bad.
I'm only gonna get older, and on the inside, I'm only gonna get dumber. So it's okay.
Thank God. Thank God.
So, so trying to tie in Gonzo somehow to the next thing that just popped in my head is, you've gone from volunteering at venues.
Yes.
You've had dabbled in guitar and a couple different band practices. When did the itch to get into tattooing start for you?
Well, dude, you grew up in the hardcore scene. Everybody is pretty much tattooed or pierced or some sort of body modification. So I just grew up. All my friends and everybody. Because I also grew up in the hardcore scene where everybody's older, a little bit older than you. So I'm like looking up to these people. And I'm like, dude, they are all fucking tattooed, and I like that stuff. So I always said the day I turn 18, I'm gonna get a tattoo. Like that's what my brother did. I'm gonna get a tattoo. I turned 18. I had no idea what I wanted, and like months and months went by, and then my dog died, and I went with you to a tattoo shop to schedule an appointment to get my dog tattooed on me, and I just kept coming back and found my style that I like, and like got a ton of awesome American traditional tattoos, and then just like kept coming back, and then like now years later I'm like learning to tattoo, and it's awesome, but it's just one of those things where it's like everybody jokes that like if you grow up in like the hardcore punk scene, there's like 8 jobs you can have, and it's like you're in the trades, you're a barber, you're a tattooer, or like
A barista.
or a
or something.
barista, yeah, coffee shop. And I fell into that category.
Yeah, you fell into the hitman category.
So your Lily tribute tattoo is your first one?
That was my first, yeah. On the back of my thigh, you can't. Back of my.
We'll screen grab it and
Well,
throw it
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tattoo's awesome.
We'll take his skin and put it out there.
Yeah.
Yep. Back of my. I said thigh. My calf.
I don't know.
Same leg.
It's on my leg. Yeah, that's the word.
It's the leg. Yeah. No. So, what is the most like music scene-y tattoo you've done so far?
I'm really.
Like band logos or
I'm pretty new into tattooing. I've only done about 30 tattoos. I'm a super apprentice, but I've done one music tattoo on you.
That's it.
I think.
I've got the one.
I think.
What one is it?
I thought you did a black flag.
Oh no, I did a black flag. Never mind. I did a black flag. I did 2. I did a black flag and I did yours.
Okay.
Do you want to screen grab that
I'll-
as well?
Did
you know
we
what?
talk
I'll
about
just
yours?
I'll just take my sweater off right now because
Script.
I'm a hot sweaty boy. So
Also, reminder, I'm a tattoo apprentice, so this kind of sucks. But I'll
He's
get
getting
Literally
naked?
everyone that like I've shown it to loves it though. So
Oh, you're talking about the tattoo itself. I thought you were talking about that like he's showing off right now.
no. I don't want to in any sense be like I'm a great tattooer because
Well, I'm going to tell everyone right now. I like what this boy does.
Eventually, I hope to be, but right now, I am
love
simply
your shirt.
an apprentice.
What the hell?
You showed me that earlier. It's great. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I've done like 3 on you. Yeah.
I forgot you got that.
I need to fill that red in more. That red I did on you kind of sucks.
and the
but
crybaby is probably like.
That's one of my favorite things I've done.
Peak
It's
tattoos.
definitely one of my best tattoos I've done.
Do you want to tell that story?
I think you told it on your other.
Did
I think you did, but yeah, my
Yeah, I
dad.
did.
My dad famously
Yeah,
calls
recap.
everybody crybaby, and you were one of the people that have been called crybaby and really, really took to it.
I think
I
the
love
best
that, by the
part
way.
is right away you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
What, wear the Impossible Whopper shirt?
No, get the.
Oh,
tattoo.
yeah, yeah,
You
no.
guys like this is the tattoo Mason's doing.
That's the fact that Mason is the one that did it is just like peak.
You know who thought it was really funny?
Your dad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick though, where did you get that Impossible Whopper shirt?
Okay. So
I can't stop looking at it.
this is actually the first time I've worn it. I actually got it off eBay.
Really?
So I have I've
You're
never
really
worked.
eBay hunting a lot.
I eBay hunt a lot. So
I need to get on eBay.
it's fun.
I don't look at eBay that much.
It's-
But also like I used to buy a lot of funny shit and now I'm like trying to save money and I don't do that as more, but like when I have more. So I was looking at eBay for a little while cuz when I have more kind of expendable income, I'd like to do a full like VHS collection of like old horror movies. Something I've like wanted to do for a while, but also it's like not stuff I need right now, so I haven't been picking stuff up. But when I have more income to kind of throw around, I'd like to do that. Just because I love, it's like vinyl nerds of like, oh, you hear the grain and stuff, or you hear like it sounds so good. I want it to be shitty.
Yeah.
Because I like the nostalgia of like buddies come over, we like make popcorn and we throw in we have to rewind a VHS and put it on, and like it just makes me feel like I was a kid again.
Yeah.
So I
If
want
you
to
made
do
me
that.
popcorn, I'd kick you in the teeth.
You don't like popcorn?
I'm a hater.
Okay, I'm.
Wow.
Wow.
Hold on. This is really dumb. Okay, I have really bad food opinions sometimes.
Me too. Let's get into the food section.
Yeah, let's talk about food.
I
here.
don't love popcorn. It's one of those things where usually when you're watching a movie with buddies, it's one of those things you kind of make for other people because they're like, "Oh, we want popcorn."
Yeah.
I'm a like if I'm gonna have a salty like snack for a movie, bag of chips.
I'm talking like bag of chips, or if I want
Dude.
sweet, like I'm getting Reese's Pieces,
Dude,
or the cookie dough bites
Oh
that are
my
like covered in chocolate.
God, those
Fill
are
me
my
up.
favorite.
Fill me up.
Cookie
Dump
dough,
'em in me.
cookie dough, anything.
Anything.
Oh my God.
But no, I don't like popcorn, but I'll eat caramel corn.
You know what I really like?
But it's because it's caramel.
See, my mom makes caramel puff corn, so it's
that's
not
incredible.
even popcorn.
Yeah, it's fake.
Amazing. It's
That's
so good. And like every year for like Apple Fest is the big thing in my hometown. Like she makes caramel puff corn, and every year I'm like, you got to make like double because I'm gonna eat half of it just like right now. The second it's ready, I'm devouring it.
No, so when it comes down to shitty food opinions, this is a controversial opinion. I hate spaghetti.
Wow.
I despise it. I think it's the worst pasta.
Oh, just the shape?
Not just like the
The
meal
just
itself.
long noodle?
No,
You don't like the sauce?
No, I like the sauce. I hate the sauce and the noodle together. I hate the concept of spaghetti.
So
Wow.
here's
I think it's
Wow.
stupid.
I'll raise you this. I'm a pasta man. I eat a lot of pasta.
As you should.
And I'm Jamie Pasta.
Jamie pasta.
I like a tomato spaghetti, but like a bolognese like meat sauce.
Yeah.
I'm like, meh. It's fine.
I'll eat cold spaghetti.
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
told you. Put it in the fridge. I'll eat it the next morning. I'll eat it that night.
Dude,
I'm
you know
so
what's
confused.
You know what's better than that? Eating it when it's fucking supposed to be eaten. Like,
shut the fuck up. No.
okay, I am weird. Like, I'm a cold pizza guy. I don't prefer cold
I
pizza.
love a cold pizza.
But I'll eat it.
I used to do something really deranged. I'm talking just.
This is a great set. That should be the title of the
So-
episode. I used to do something really deranged.
I'm talking like this is like sociopath type stuff.
I'm pretty familiar. My brother's Ethan Poellinger.
So on the other side of the room we're in right now, I would go over there and there's a big freezer chest.
Yeah.
And there would just be frozen waffles in there.
Oh no! Tell me.
I would grab the frozen waffles. I would grab like a pack, and I would come over here and I would turn on my PS3.
Oh my
And
God!
I would just sit there.
Oh!
And like, dude, I would just devour frozen.
Oh,
Eggo
okay.
waffles.
I thought you were gonna say.
You use the PS3 to cook
That's
them?
what I thought you were gonna say.
No.
I thought you were gonna say
thought
like
we were getting
they,
that.
they warmed them up where they're still cold, but they're not frozen, and I'd eat them.
No, I wouldn't warm them up at all. I would just sit there and I would like suck on it like it's a popsicle until it was soft enough that it would just like fall off and you would just chew the rest of it.
Okay, that's a
What
little
the
bit weirder
fuck are
than
you
what we thought was happening.
Yes.
That's
It's. I told you.
My
Or the time I almost burned my parents' house down.
what was that?
So this is still food related.
Is that this house?
Yes.
Jesus.
Like shortly after we moved into this home.
What's the address?
I'll give you the address.
We need
and
that
both my
social
parents'
security
security
number.
numbers
What's your
and
routing
mine.
number, dude?
Oh, my routing number? I don't remember. I don't go to a
555
555.
555.
So over there as well, there was a microwave. I don't know if it's still over there, but my old friend Kyle, rest in peace. He
shit.
passed a few years ago. Him and I were down here and we were playing games, right?
Yeah.
Hanging out, doing our thing. And I was like, "You hungry?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, we got pizza rolls. I'll go throw some
Dude.
pizza rolls in." I should mention too, I was probably like 12 or 13. That doesn't make this any better because it's not the first, or it was the first, but it wasn't the last time I did something like this.
Okay.
I throw the pizza rolls in on a plate, a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
And we come back over here and we're playing games, and like that door is like kind of open, and all of a sudden I just see black smoke, and I'm like, I was like, what's going on? And I open the door and I go, oh my God, and I like run upstairs. I'm like, Dad, the basement's on fire.
So what did you find this setting on the microwave that just go? Like it's not a timer, it's go.
I put him
Cook
in.
forever.
I put them in for the time you're supposed to put them in an oven.
Oh,
my
Because I
God.
read microwave oven, like microwave / oven.
Yeah.
That's not
So
the same thing.
No, they're not.
No,
I didn't know that.
I've done that a couple times. Never to the
And-
point where it's caused a fire, but I've confused a microwave and a microwave
nothing
oven when I was.
technically started on fire, but I thought it did because it was just black smoke, right?
Oh my God.
So my dad comes down.
There was black
here.
smoke, but there wasn't fire.
Dude, we couldn't come down here for like a couple months because it was just like
a couple
Oh
months.
my
it was bad.
God.
Well, there's like you can't like open windows or anything.
I would have.
No, there's
if
no,
I
like-
was your
Like
dad,
there's
I
a
would have.
window right there, but it doesn't open.
It's barely ventilated, yeah.
Dude, if I was your dad, I would have thrown you away.
That's reasonable. So my dad goes over there and he opens the microwave and stops it. It's still got like 7 minutes.
Oh my
left.
God!
He opens
You
it,
wait.
and the smoke comes barreling out.
You typed in more than 7 minutes on a microwave.
For pizza rolls?
I didn't know you could until that moment. And
Holy
my
shit,
dad
dude!
opens it. All the plate is black.
No.
And the pizza
Okay,
rolls
is this
look
like this is like a plate or a paper plate?
I think it was a paper plate.
Okay, that
Okay.
makes a little bit more
So-
sense.
Paper plate.
Paper plate is just black.
Like 10 minutes. That's
And
hilarious.
The pizza rolls are charcoals. They're like
Oh.
they're literally as hard as a piece of charcoal.
The middle's still frozen though.
Oh, probably. Yeah, we couldn't come down here for a while. We would like have the door
You
open.
had to
at the top of the
quarantine a
steps.
room because you microwaved pizza roll.
Yeah, and the ghost had to suffer. The ghost toilet had to suffer over there.
You haven't even explained to me the lore of the ghost
Oh
toilet.
man, yeah. So real quick before I go back to the ghost toilet.
That's a great. That's a dude.
Finish the pizza roll story, and then we'll just
I-
new segment ghost toilet.
Yeah, so I burned those pizza rolls a few months later, right?
Oh.
My cousin is here. This is like 4th of July. My cousin's here, and she's like crazy sick, and like her parents were off like doing whatever. So she's over here with us, and she's like laying on the couch in our living room upstairs. And I was like, damn, I'm hungry. I want mac and cheese. So, you know those like little to-go cups? Yeah. I grabbed 2 of them, throw them in the microwave. No big deal. All of a sudden, I hear like a pop, and then there's smoke, and I'm like, huh? And I open it. No, I didn't put water in them.
Oh,
Dude, it was the worst smell. I'm talking like the plastic cup is like melting into the pasta, and like it was just the worst smell. So she's like already like dying sick on the couch.
Can I tell you 2 quick
We had
microwave
to
stories?
open all the windows and everything. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
we'll go to the
really
ghost
quick,
toilet.
really quick. I've never had a real bad microwave thing. I've done a lot of dumb food mistakes. Like
I think we all have.
yeah, like, but I've never really done anything that's like broken anything.
Okay.
But one time I did put a bag of like the ready rice, like the rice in a bag,
yeah.
in there, and I didn't vent it, and it just exploded.
That's incredible.
But it's rice exploding.
Yeah, it's rice.
It's whatever. One time, I'm gonna put my brother on blast. My other brother, Evan. Evan, everybody. I think every teenage boy goes through a point in their life where they're like making food at the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
And trying not to wake anybody.
I don't think I've
You're
left that
opening a
phase.
microwave like a second before the beep to not wake, stuff like that. Well, Evan was grilling a sandwich at like 1, 2 in the morning. Evan has been vegan for many years, but this is
while
pre.
he was also watching Game of Thrones?
No, that was during vegan Evan. That was
Okay.
This was pre-vegan Evan. Evan was grilling a sandwich, and he was like grilling ham in a pan. But Evan did not use like olive oil or canola oil. Evan wanted the ham to be like kind of spicy, but he didn't understand smoke points, so he used chili oil in a pan to grill. So he just basically made like pepper spray in the air, and it was like burning. So I woke up in the house and I couldn't breathe. I was just like, ah! I just woke up like crying, like, and I come downstairs and there's smoke, and Evan has all the windows open. He's just like, oh, what happened?
That's the funniest thing.
I don't know what happened.
And like,
That's
oh my god, dude. Like,
Incredible.
it was.
How did
Stuff
your
like-
parents react?
I don't know if they were home because they would have woken up like me, have not been able to breathe. But
So funny.
oh my
so.
god,
Did they ever find out about it?
I don't think so. I think
They just did.
I think Evan and I
Sorry,
aired
Mike.
out that. No, that's not a big deal. We did way worse shit than that in the house. Like, dude, we had night fights in the basement. Like,
Frozen dart nerf.
yeah, dude. We had so many like Nerf guns and like
Anything rat.
we had the
bastard did.
Pataskas in the house. Like we destroyed that house, man. Like,
Okay, so
man.
before
Yeah.
we move on to ghost toilet,
Yeah.
is that bathroom? You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right. Does that door shut? Does it latch all the way?
I don't think any of the bathrooms in my house.
Son
latch
of a
all the way.
bitch! Like every time I've gone over there for the past however many years, that door has never latched.
Okay, here's the thing.
Is this the haunted bathroom? Because you and I both have haunted bathrooms.
It's the one right where as you come out the main entrance, goes
Dude,
straight through.
I don't really.
So it's not the basement one?
No,
Okay.
I love the basement
Oh
one.
no, dude, yeah. Clay has documented a lot in that basement bathroom. He's lived
I
he's
like
lived
the
a
sound
life
of
in that. I've filmed him showering in that bathroom, and
That's
that
great.
sounds really weird, but he
Wait, was it for the music video?
yeah
Yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't have the fan on, so dude, we fucking fogged out the whole like how
Thank
Evan
God.
fogged out my whole house with chili oil. Man, telling stories like that makes me miss having my brother. He lives in Tennessee now, but like I want him to be here because we can talk shit about him to him, and he doesn't have to hear it over there. We can just hang out. It'd be great.
Bring him back.
He'll be on.
He'll be on the podcast at some
Oh,
point.
yeah. Yeah,
Next
we'll
time
bring
he's
him.
home, because he's got so many stories of the Saeed story, the just touring with Insolid. So many great. Evan has so many stories.
Is Saeed different than Syad?
Syad. Yeah.
Oh, it's Syad. Okay.
Syad.
Because I told Amanda she should order the Syad, and she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
You know what I love? I love that like 3 people know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
and we will not elaborate until Evan is sitting in this chair.
Exactly.
I don't think I deserve to know until he's here.
You'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
Ghost toilet.
ghost toilet.
Haunted ghost toilet.
So I firmly believe in ghosts.
Okay.
Big fan. And I swear on my life this basement's haunted. Right? So when I lived here, my room was like all the way upstairs. Right? We're all the way in the basement right now. I would bring all my stuff down here. I'm talking like my mattress, my TV, everything. I would bring it down here for the summers because it would just get way too hot upstairs.
Yeah.
Come down here, I'd sleep down here, and like, so it's kind of like an ice box down here, which was nice. And I'd be sleeping and stuff, and like, I swear Shay can like attest to some of this because like she stayed here during this too. And all of a sudden, I swear to God, you would see like shadows of like someone standing behind that door, right? Dude, you would hear. So for context, the bathroom down here on the other side, as you guys have seen, it's like an old stall.
Yeah, I
and
saw
there's like
that.
a shower in it.
Yeah. What the
And-
fuck? That was in the house when you guys.
Yeah, it was here like when we moved here. It's
That's
really
so
random.
weird for someone to have
That-
in their house.
I've used that shower one time. I will in the like 13 years that we like my family has owned this house, I've used that shower exactly once. And I think it's because the shower upstairs was broken. But anyway,
I have a similar story, but
I'd be down here and I'd be like sleeping or I'd be like playing a game or something. And I know it's just me down here. There is one entrance to get into the basement.
Yeah.
It's right there. Like you can't go in or out of that room without somebody seeing you, right? I swear to God, the light turned on over there because there's like a light for that side and then a light for the other side. Because like
Yeah.
the way it's split up. Swear to God, the light for that side would turn on and then you would hear the thing open and just shut. Like something opened it and let the door go and it would shut. Terrifying when you're trying to sleep
So
because
the-
you're just like, who's taking a piss?
That's the ghost toilet?
Yeah. Who's using
So-
that specific
So-
toilet?
That toilet's haunted, I swear
Okay. I'm at a point. I don't really believe in a lot of ghost stuff because I try to live in the world and like I don't really believe in that shit.
Fair.
But I have witnessed so many things in my house that I cannot explain and are super
Clown
weird.
statue.
I do have a very creepy clown statue. Well, yeah, I have a lot of weird stuff in my house, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers have witnessed a lot of stuff in our house growing up that is just like, we don't really believe in ghosts, but we're like, that's fucking something. That's weird. It's weird stuff that we can't explain. And I like also many friends that have like grown up with me in that house have witnessed shit like. When you have the slides on, they will talk about white thing.
Oh, dude, white thing.
White thing?
I remember we would go white thing.
White thing hunting? This sounds really
This sounds really
bad.
It's a
White
ghost.
thing is Mike Sly, friend of the show, who will be on the show at some point, I'm sure.
We'll steal the sly.
Mike Sly and I were walking into my basement at one point to grab like a soda from the basement or something. And we had the lights off and we turned the light on for a second and saw what looked like, I'm sure it was a shadow or there's some reasonable explanation behind it, but it was like a full white silhouette standing in my basement. Looked like there was a mannequin in there.
That's terrible.
And we freaked out and ran up the stairs, and Mike and I were both like out of breath running up the stairs like, and the only thing Mike could say out from talking, it was just like, white thing. and now like, Mike doesn't live in the area anymore, so like we don't hang out as much. But when we do, or like when we text, he's always like, "Dude, white thing,
White thing.
White
thing?
dude, who's green?" Oh man, there's so many stories that Mike can tell too.
Dude, Who's Green is one of my favorite stories.
That's a story that
We'll save that.
we
for
cannot do it justice.
No,
that is
we
that
have
is
to have
Mike's
Mike.
story.
That's Mike's story. I love Who's Green.
Who's green? Who's green?
I love that I don't know what's going on in there.
You don't know Who's Green.
I don't know who's green, but I'm
We'll get
very
Mike.
satisfied to
We'll
wait
get
for
Mike.
Mike.
I'll tell you it after we're wrapped up here, and
Yeah,
Mike will
yeah.
tell you it on the air when he's here.
I'm excited.
The
The graves.
Dude, the graves. There's so many. Okay, Clay has been in my house for grew up. Like I grew up in that house with Clay there all the time. So Clay has been around for a lot of things in my house.
I feel
one,
honored.
One of the things he's like
I'm serious.
Clay is like one of the men. There are a few people.
He's like the fourth pellet.
Well, dude, there's a few people out there that have just grown up, like whether they were in bands with my brothers or just like my friends or like just people that have been in the scene. There are people that are like auxiliary Poellinger kids, and Clay is definitely one of them.
The Braves.
Dude, the Braves.
Auxiliary Poellingers.
Auxiliary Poellingers. Yeah, like There's so many people that have just like been in the house. So like people that they can walk in the door to my house and like my folks aren't even like, oh, I didn't know you. They're just like, hey, like you just walk right in.
I feel like anytime I walked into your parents' house, they would just not acknowledge that I was
No,
there.
no, because
And it was so funny,
dude,
because I'm like intimidated because I didn't know them, and I'd walk in and I'd be like,
dude,
just go into the basement.
credit to my parents. They had 3 boys that all had insane friend groups that would just come in the house and destroy that. We put them through hell.
Yeah, absolutely. All the rat bastards.
Yeah, my parents are the best. But like we just have people show up all the time that are just members of the family, and like there are people that like MJ, like one of my best friends, was over at Christmas, like shit like that. They're part of the family. Clay is one of those people. You are to an extent one of those people, even though you haven't been there in a while. But like
I used to be.
Dude,
there
we would just
frequently.
you, me, and Tristan would tear that basement up all the time.
Dude, the night after the chicken sandwich incident.
Was it? I thought it was a ham sandwich.
No, it was a chicken sandwich at Quick Trip.
Chili oil.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was thinking of the ham sandwich that we kept in Misadventures for like 2 days.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
that.
I remember the chicken sandwich
The
situation.
night that I called you and was like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna come hang out," and then I was on the phone with Tristan.
Tell that story real quick.
I'm gonna tell this story and then we'll kind of wrap things up here. So, one night I went to a movie by myself. I went to see Hereditary.
By yourself?
Yeah, I went by
Fantastic.
That's one of the best horror movies to be released in many years. It's also
Such
an
a-
insane movie to watch by yourself.
Yeah, I went to our local theater and watched it by myself, and then I was like, I'm gonna see what Mason's doing. And I called Mason. I'm like, "Hey, you want to hang?" And you were like, "Yeah, for sure." And I was like, "Cool. I'm at the park right now." Like I was sitting at Riverside.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't feel like going home yet. Like I still want to hang. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna stop and get something to eat first. And I'm on the phone with Tristan. Okay.
I'm remembering this like right now, and it's making me
This is
so
such-
happy. This is one of my
the
favorite stories with
craziest
Alex.
things that I've
I
done.
love the story.
This is so funny. The way I responded, like reacted to this. So I go into the Quick Trip and I'm like grabbing a couple chicken sandwiches, just like those small ones. And I'm on the phone with Tristan. And I'm like telling him about Hereditary, blah blah blah. And I go over to the condiment bar and I start like trying to put stuff on my sandwich. Whatever I did, all of a sudden the entire condiment bar just crashes underneath itself. Everything falls, makes a huge mess, and I go, fuck. Tristan's on the phone and he's like, what's wrong? He's like, was that glass? And I was like, shut the fuck up. So I'm like freaking out.
Tristan
The
thinks
lady-
you got shot.
Yeah,
like,
Tristan probably thinks I got shot or something. The lady at the counter, I just see her go over the radio being like, yeah, this guy made a mess.
she's like, God damn
And I'm
it.
like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? And I stop what I'm doing, wrap up the sandwich, throw the phone in my pocket, pay for the sandwich. Because they were like, you find everything all right? I was like, uh-huh. She was like, okay, have a good night. I was like, yeah. And I run out the building. I probably look like I just stole all the chicken sandwiches.
And then you called me again.
And then I call Mason.
And you're like, hey, I'll be there in 2 minutes. I gotta tell you about what just
I was
happened.
like, I gotta tell you what happened when I get there.
Oh my God.
Dude, to this day, that is one of the funniest things. Every time Tristan and I talk about it, he's just like, the way you just hung up the phone and told me to shut up was insane. Like, dude, then I worked for Quick Trip for almost 4 years. And one of my friends, when I was working at my store over here, her mom is like one of the managers at
Yeah.
that store and was definitely
Have
there
you
when that
been
happened.
back to that store since?
I've refused to go back to
Dude,
that
next
store.
time you come to my house and we hang out, we got to go to that store just to put you through. It's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, is it occupational therapy or no? What's the
Total immersion therapy.
immersion
Yeah.
therapy? That's immersion therapy where they put you back. We're gonna push you back into Vietnam, man. We're gonna.
Dude, that's what it felt like. I've driven by it, and every time I drive by it, I go, I can't go there. I was like, I'm not allowed in there. I've been banned.
They have your picture in the door and it just says shoot on site.
Yeah, they said this guy works for us too. Kill him. Now, obviously, I don't. But like, I'm not gonna go there unless I have to, or if you force me into it, I'll go.
But we don't have to go. There's another Quick Trip.
literally 2 seconds away.
Yeah.
That's even shittier.
Is way shittier.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's weird. They're like literally within walking distance of each other, and one of them is way better than the other
One
one.
was built like 100 years ago.
No, like they're both. One of them
100 years ago.
One of them is the new Quick Trip, even though they're both like I don't know. They're both not very old or new. They
Yeah,
we are.
that's fair.
I guess they're redoing them soon. I don't know.
I
don't know shit.
So looks like Clay's got a little something.
I got a
here.
thing for you. So
Yeah.
we're going back into tying this into music stuff.
Yeah,
music
let's-
stuff.
This is what the
as we kinda
podcast
wrap
is
things up.
So I'm trying to start this new segment. I don't know where I got the idea, but I thought it was kind of funny. Actually, I think it came from mishearing lyrics while I'm at work, because we'll put on just some generic music while we're working sometimes, and if we're not at our own stations where we can listen to our own stuff, we're just generalizing it. So I don't know how I came up with this idea, but earlier today before you showed up, I asked you to give me a list of some of your favorite artists.
Yeah.
You gave me a really solid list too.
Yeah.
I was like, I respect every single one of these bands. I picked one of those bands.
Fuck.
And
Also, like, I love these bands so much, and I've listened to so much of their discography, but I'm terrible at remembering lyrics.
yeah.
I'm so excited about this.
So what I'm going to do, and I've got 3 different examples here. I'm going to rattle off every single one of them, and you're going to tell me, did ChatGPT make this up? Are these real lyrics, or was this just some bullshit that I made up
Are you
on
telling me the
spot?
band before the
Oh, yeah.
lyric? Okay,
I'll
okay,
tell you
okay.
the band before.
Okay.
So the band is Foo Fighters.
Okay.
So I'm going to read you these lyrics, and you got to tell me, was this ChatGPT? Are these actual lyrics?
Or you made it up.
Or did I make this
Okay.
up? In the roar of the city, where the streets collide, echoes of dreams and the battle inside. We're the restless souls with fire in our eyes, chasing the stars beneath these endless skies.
That's a real Foo Fighters song, I think.
Can you name the song if it is?
No.
Is that your final answer?
Is that your final answer?
I feel like I have a gun pointed to my temple right now. Yes.
Okay. That was ChatGPT.
God damn it.
Okay.
That sounds like that could be a Foo
guess
Fighters
it was
song.
ChatGPT. And can I let me tell you the line that made me think that? It was the one with something about fire in our eyes.
Yeah.
That made me go, yeah, that's ChatGPT.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know, man. Dave Grohl's been through a lot. He can have fire in his eyes if he wants, man.
He can set his eyes on fire.
We got 2 more, and it's
All
still
right.
Foo Fighters. So these last 2
Oh,
are-
they're all Foo
They're
Fighters?
all Foo
God
Fighters.
damn it. All right.
All right. Again, ChatGPT, real or did I make it up? Running through this maze, you hold me in, searching all these days to find the end. You're everything, I'm not, but I'm anything and anyone you want, and then I've had enough.
Those are real Foo Fighters lyrics? I'm really gonna rock paper. I'm gonna rock paper scissors. This. I've got 3 options. I'm going rock every time. God damn it.
If you go rock, you're gonna get at least 1/3 of it right.
Yeah, exactly. Rock.
So it's gonna
Foo
be the
Fighters.
next when he gets right.
Those are Foo Fighters lyrics. I don't fucking know. You probably made that shit up.
Final answer?
You made that shit up.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No, those are the real lyrics.
God damn it! Fuck! All right. What song is that?
Oh god.
If that's Everlong, I'm fucked.
It actually like I have to go back and look, but like it actually was like I'll
It's a
tell you what it
big-
is after.
Wait, is that like in the Pretender or something? Like is
I
that?
think so. Like I have to look back at what it was, but
Dude, I really
man.
I really like Foo Fighters, but
do you have a favorite Foo Fighters song?
Everlong is I think Everlong might be the greatest song ever written.
That's a great song.
It's a great song, and I'm trying to see Foo Fighters. I don't really like going to like big stadium shows just because like it's so impersonal and it sucks, and there's all these people. But I really want to go see Foo Fighters. I'd like to have seen them earlier before Taylor died, just because like obviously I'd like to see that, and that sucks that I can't do that anymore. But I'd like to see them as soon as possible, just before like. Dude, bands break up. Things happen.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow, a band that you really like could not exist anymore. And I'd like to see Foo Fighters just so I can see Everlong live.
Then you can guess the lyrics. in
Check it
person.
off the buck. Fuck you.
I've seen Foo Fighters. 1999.
Did they play Everlong?
Oh yeah,
Was it awesome?
it was fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I want.
We'll go back.
Yeah, we will have to tell that story because it's actually really fucking
Yeah?
cool. So it's a great story.
Everlong is just, it's a great song, and it's perfect because, like, it's hype, but also there's the acoustic version that is, like, tender and, oh.
You can smoke a fatty J too.
I like that you said that.
Dude, Scabby's back.
I like that none of us smoke weed, but you're like, yeah, roll a doobie to it, dude.
My parents grew up smoking a lot of
I
pot.
did a little bit in high school, but I'm like, I'm an old man now. I can't do that shit anymore.
But yeah, I've never, for anyone watching, listening, I have never smoked weed, not once in my entire life. So
Dude,
it's
today's
incredible
the
coming
day.
from Washington State.
Yeah,
All right,
Clay's gonna smoke weed today.
this is the Break Edge episode.
Meth tomorrow.
We should clickbait that for a future
Weed
episode.
Play breaks in.
Meth tomorrow.
And it's just you with like the.
Yeah.
It's that thumbnail that every YouTuber does.
It's got a weed.
But we got
Yeah.
one more. We got one more here.
God damn it.
ChatGPT, real lyrics, or did I make this up?
Well,
Foo
through
Fighters.
process of elimination, you
well,
probably made this up if you're doing one of each,
Well,
but you might not have done that.
yeah. Like, I could have just been
I
clickbaiting
feel
you
like
this
there's a
whole
lot
time.
of thought through this.
There was. So, okay. Yeah. How's the depth of the sea feel now that we can both touch the sky? Everything is real. These lights zoom by as we collide with the end of time. Oh, and how much do you know now that you're mine?
See, okay, from someone watching this game, they're screaming at their screen or their phone like, that's that song, or that isn't that song, or whatever. But when you don't know the melody and you can't like say it along with
Right.
it, it's so fucking hard.
Yeah.
This guy calls himself a fan.
So this is perfect because all the O's sound like you're reading just lyrics off a website.
Right.
It also sounds like some shit that you could have pulled out of your ass.
Because, Dave is really notorious for going, yeah, oh.
He doesn't say but
The best.
Dude, the best.
That's my favorite version of that video, by the way.
Just a 10-hour one.
It's a 10-hour version
Yeah.
of just the best.
the best.
I got another confession to make. That's bullshit. You made that up.
That's correct, sir.
Yeah, I got one.
I made that whole shit.
I got
up.
one.
You could have had two.
I could have.
Fuck. And then you doubted yourself.
I doubted
The
myself.
song that was the real lyrics was "Have It All."
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Fake
What album is
fan.
that off of?
Is
Is that like some new shit? I'm on like first
No,
week.
that was right after.
Is that what's the album the Pretenders on that's like the bomb with the light bulb in it? Or it's not a light bulb, it's a tube.
It's the same album
It's
that
a amp
had
tube.
"Learn to Fly," I think, actually,
Really?
and "The Color and the Shape."
Oh, The Color and the Shape.
right after "The Color and the Shape," that was that album.
Okay. The first
like the third one.
My like perfect sweet spot of Foo Fighters is like first two albums are so good. Like Color and the Shape is their best album in my opinion. It's
And
got it's got Monkey Wrench, it's got
And Dave didn't have writing credits on it. Taylor Hawkins was a big. So
dude, rest in
The more
peace.
you know.
Rest in peace.
This has been a lot of fun.
This
I
has
know.
been.
I know.
I've had a swell time.
We might have to do like
hanging with my buddies.
we might have to do like 2, 3, 4 more of these. 5 more. Of
I
these.
would.
You're gonna have to be a recurring guest because I feel like we derailed from some music stuff into
You know,
Quick Trip.
No,
and-
we talked about a lot
No,
of
and that's
things.
fair. That's-
I mean, realistically speaking, everything we talked about had to do with like the things we've seen.
and so
but Quick Trip is the thing that you did see.
I did see
and
it.
you'll
I
never
lived
you'll
it.
never unsee it.
I'll never unsee it.
Here's the
Someday you will get you into that Quick Trip, and then
I'll go in there and I'll say, "Where's the condiments?" And then I'll throw it all on the ground.
you'll do it again.
But I'll do it with purpose.
Make it
this time.
worse.
Yeah, I'll make it worse.
Make them really remember.
I'll make them.
There's a chance that someone that worked there that night might have forgotten, and you don't want that. You want to.
I can't imagine that anybody that worked there that night still works there.
Dude, you'd be surprised. It's a small town, man.
That's fair. That's fair.
There are people that have worked in businesses in that town that I've known my entire life that they look the same. Like a day hasn't gone by. It's like Twin Peaks, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
love that for you. No. Dude, we could do so many things.
You need
We
to
could talk
be-
about so much
You
stuff.
need, to be you need to be a recurring guest.
And
Yeah.
I think it's really funny that I'm like one of the first in-person like guests, even though I'm not really like in band. Like I've done shit with bands, but like not really. And almost everybody else you're gonna have is like a band person. But I'm just one of those. I'm like a cryptid where I've just been
around
Dude,
for
I've
so
been
many
around.
tattoos are definitely a part of the music scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's a huge part.
I want to get, like opinions from tattoo artists and even like hairstylists too.
Dude.
So, I mean,
well, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of that. Those are the jobs to have from people that grew up in the scene or like.
so like, okay, was Misadventures the only band that you did anything with for like a practice or two or something?
There was a little side band that Mike Sly and Cody and I had for a while that we did a little bit with. I still have I still listen to the files from that, and it's like, dude, would have been sick.
So, if Cameron Loesch from Born of Osiris
Yes,
were to join that band, what's
Yes.
he playing and how does he make it better?
he would make it worse. He would make it worse. You wanna know why? I'm gonna tell you right now. And this is me hyping up one of my best friends that will definitely be a guest in the show soon. Dakota Testa, is an amazing musician. Incredible musician that can play music beautifully, can write music beautifully, and that like the thing that we kind of worked on. I was kind of added it towards the end of it when it existed, the little project with him and Mike. But every project that Cody is a part of, I believe this specifically when Cody writes and plays drums. They say that the example of a good drummer. Funny thing, you know who said this is Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl said an example of a good drummer is somebody that you can hear and immediately know who's playing. Mm-hmm. And every time I hear Cody play, I like
just know.
Give it 10 seconds, like, oh, Cody played this, and it's awesome, and it's fucking like the best drum part I've ever heard.
It's like Tristan.
Tristan's like that too. Tristan,
You hear him play and you just that's him. Or like Brian, I hear the playing and I go,
Yep.
yeah, that's obviously Brian.
yeah.
So you're smack talking Cameron Loesch now.
Cameron Lowe. No, Cameron's fine, but it's just one of those things
But he
where
would-
it's
It's just not
That-
touchable
He can
for
play
that project.
that project was like, this is Cody's thing.
So you still have those files?
somewhere.
I want to hear them
Leak 'em.
sometime.
I'll play them. I don't want to leak them because that's not my shit. That's Cody.
I
and
do
Mike's
do
shit.
actually remember this project.
Yeah,
though.
it was awesome.
I remember when that was.
I just have
gonna happen.
instrumentals still, probably like on like a hard drive, or I probably have them on my phone. They're great.
Well, sometime you have to show it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great. I'll show them to you when we turn this camera off.
Hell yeah.
Leave it around.
I did one, or no, that was my second hell yeah. I'm proud of
I'm proud
myself.
of you.
Hey, we got maybe like another couple minute or two. Sneak one in there.
Sneak a hell yeah in there.
I'm
Can I get a hell
gonna
yeah?
make it really like copy paste, so it's like 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah.
God, that was a good one. That was clean
crisp.
cut.
Hell yeah.
He dug to
Stone
it.
Cold would be proud.
He'd be so proud.
Hell yeah.
God.
Give me Steve Weiser. Stomp a mud hole in that son of a bitch.
I can also
So before we go, anything you got to tell people? You tattoo.
Well,
Been
here-
around in the scene
here and there.
forever. You want to tell people about where you're at, what you're doing,
yeah, plug your work.
where they can find your stuff.
I'm a tattoo apprentice at Midwest Aloha in Hokum, Minnesota, and I've been doing that a while, and it's sick, and I'm getting better and growing every day. And
Some might say he's getting jiggy with it.
I'm getting jiggy with it. Nah.
That's right.
But if I have to finish on any, if I have to a final line, I just say, hey, through music, you can meet some of the best friends that you'll ever have, and I've been lucky enough to do that, and I'm currently making a podcast with them, and it's great. So just hey, spend time with your friends and love them, and life doesn't have to be so bad if you're spending it with people you love.
You know what that deserves?
What?
Sour Patch Kid.
I was gonna
say
hell yeah, dude.
This is where you take the previous one I've done and then you just copy paste it into.
Pretend Clay said hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do you want a really timid one or? Hell yeah.
There we go.
Hell yeah. No. 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah.
Okay.
The band.
Here's 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah.
That was good.
All right, that was good. So yeah, in conclusion,
Damn it.
spend time with your friends. Foo Fighters lyrics I don't know. Ghost, white thing, maybe.
Clown statue.
White
Clown
ghost.
statue, ghost
White
toilet.
ghosts.
Ooh.
Favorite restaurants closing down. Subway. Too
Subway.
many of them.
There's a lot of
Too
them.
many Subways.
Fuck Arby's.
I love
Alex
it.
doesn't like fucking spaghetti, but he likes it cold. What the fuck is that?
Told you.
Oh, that's what I was gonna bring. Like, okay, we got to close it.
Yeah, we gotta put a.
We got to close it, but really quick. Is your worst nightmare Halsey serving you spaghetti? Like,
I think I would rather.
What's the deal with
be
Hal-
put
what's the deal with
to
Halsey?
Vietnam, like in the middle of the.
You don't like Halsey?
Throw me in there. No.
I don't know shit about Halsey. I just know that they
I
exist.
know enough to just not like her, and I think she sucks.
I saw her on like Saturday Night Live one time, and I was like, I don't.
She's probably the least funny person in that entire.
No, she
city.
did the music. She was a musical guest. She didn't have to be funny, but she just existed, and I was like, oh, this is a person. I don't know anything else
So
about
you don't
her.
have to be good at music either, or like.
Shit, I guess. Well, no, dude. It's Saturday Night Live, man. They had a lot of terrible bands on that show.
That's true. Anyway,
thank you.
this has been a really good time.
This has
Thank
been
you
great.
for speaking
I'd love
with
to do
us.
another
For hanging
one.
with us. We'll bring you back. We'll bring Rat Bastard on.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Do you
I
want-
don't, dude. I lost it. I don't know where that.
It's okay. We can.
I'll
discuss
procure
Rat Bastard.
another one.
Do you want to?
We'll
do
procure.
you want to drop your Instagram handle really quick so people can see your tattoo work,
No.
or just artwork in general?
No.
put it in
No.
the
It's
description.
it's http.ellinger. It's my last name, but it's a web address.
Little play on.
Ha ha ha. You know what? If you're listening to this like a long time from now and I change it, I'm sorry, but you'll be able to find me.
I'll put the link in the description. People will find you.
Midwest Aloha Tattoo.
Yeah.
Midwest Aloha Tattoo.
And yeah, my boss is a really awesome tattooer there, and yeah,
Hell yeah.
Love Colt.
Colt's
There
awesome.
we go. That's that.
Thank you much. Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Goodbye.